the mid lane. We might see this happen more often there, but we are hoping they're going to do well. And there it is, the drinking buddies are back. Centaur is a low armor hero. I didn't see, can we click on the Centaur, see if he has a ring of protection? In that lane, it might be needed. Yeah, he does. So, because you're a one armor hero, you need it versus these two.
Well, it actually took quite a bit of damage here, but does have the stick to pop, and they just keep running down Yokam. These cool sprays from Ulnet secure the first blood. Nice body blocks from Immersion to prevent the escape of the Dark Willow. I mean, so far, has been able to create some space for Akashi to keep farming. Speaking of Akashi, you might want to put some pressure onto Norman. The bugs come out, and Blood Grenade drop down onto the Shadow Demon. Akashi will have Sakuchi in just a moment, so Norman is definitely dead. Cuckoo is the one that finishes him off. And very nicely done there. They managed to get him far away from where Force is at, so this Primal can't really do anything to defend the Shadow Demon. Nice stuff from Cuckoo.
Storm got his level 6. There were rotations to the mid lane from Immersion, thinking to kill him before the level 6, but he just went to the jungle.
Top lane. Ice shards are out onto FBZ. He's got no way out of this one. They even snowball forward onto Yokam here. Yulnit wants to chase. He's got the damage. He's the bristleback. One more krill spray should be enough, but
disaster this way, it makes it okay, but stopping them from the tower push was pretty much impossible. It's a big one.
They finally go on top of him. They know that everybody is positioned towards middle, so they exploit the information by killing off this bristleback.
Right, in Dota, sometimes you make a play. Let's say even they lost the hero there in the mid lane, if you're Talon and the tower. It's not that bad because you are making sure that Mouz are split now. So you might be able to catch them when they're trying to get together once again. Meanwhile, speaking of catching, Mouz are going to be doing the same to the Spore Naga Siren.
That was the reveal of Supreme's Rod of Aoi.
A low attack speed, it's a problem, but if you are a bristleback, do you want to be using your 300 damage hit for it? Tusk is in trouble.
Indeed, Tusk is dead. Nicely done by Talon Esports. Okay.
Around and playing fast, and thus far, it has been going well for them.
We have a lot of farm on all of our cores. 3 of them in the top 4, and now middle. They could potentially kill Force. They grabbed him with the real end. They had a bedlam going from Yokam.
And the game is just to run forward like maniacs, and it's not only about the Bramble Maze. The Terrorize is such a great spell when your enemies are running in like that.
Bedlam, also a great spell when paired up with the real end. They're going to actually snowball onto Makoto. Drinking buddies towards Supreme. Can Immersion get out of here? No, he cannot. But nor can Yokam as the Crypt Swarm from the high ground kills him off. Force going to get himself the onslaught towards the Invis.
No mana on Makoto.
He does grab it, but he immediately goes with the Pulverize onto Makoto. There's the Rod of Atos as well, but Cuckoo bails them out. This time he does have the song. Make sure that his Storm Spirit will survive this encounter.
Well, he's going to be okay. And now is the time for...
We don't have a Blink Dagger just yet for the Centaur. Makoto wasn't that close by, so not going to happen. Force. Just going to onslaught away from Akashi.
He's in trouble.
Coming though, and so is Makoto. The bugs are providing the vision. Makoto gets the zip, and they find the kill. At the meantime, though, top lane, FBZ is going to be in some danger of his own. Caught inside these ice shards, Supreme's Ghost will rip him apart. Offlaners die on both sides of the map. However, only one of these sides also secures a tower.
But you saw what that Swarm is doing. Like, the Primal Beast can't do anything, even though he has the uproar slowly, but surely his armor is getting low.
For Mouz to deal with, but they still have the map advantage. They've taken all of the tier 1 towers right now. They have managed to maintain presence for most of theirs, only having lost their mid one. And Cuckoo just wanders a little bit too close to the Mouz side of the map. Doesn't really have any defensive vision on the west side, and he gets caught and killed.
He did play some good wards. If you look...
Yeah, I would have thought you'd go Blink Seaguard in this game, right? Up against some of these heroes.
Yeah, probably.
Bottom. We'll see if they can kill off Force here. It's quite a bit of damage coming out, but it is a Primal. There's no bugs on him, so it should be fine. And Omnit is also showing up. Doesn't have a way to interrupt the Makoto TP. Yokam, though, is going to get caught by the Rod of Atos from Supreme. And that's at least 1 kill on the Dark Willow. They have Exorcism online. Level
it once they've gotten Roche.
Dark Willow's also back online. She has all her abilities ready. Cuckoo, where are you at, my friend? We need you. FBZ, if only you had a Blink Dagger right now. And it looks like this Roche is going to go down. Allnet will claim it. They do almost kill Immersion. Buys time with the snowball for himself. And he will eventually get lower and die. At the same time, Supreme with his BKB and Allnet, they're chasing down the Centaur. FBZ forced to pop the Stampede. And Cuckoo there with the song. Akashi hoping to leverage this Desolator, get some additional charges, kill off Nauman. But it doesn't seem like they can do it. Akashi, can he get himself away is the question.
Nice.
But now he is safe, but Makoto is not. Force kills him off. And now there's the silence. They found him. They know where this Weaver is at. There is still an ultimate. The time lapse is ready.
Then it benefited Talon, but Cuckoo, he needed to be faster. He needed to be the first one running in with the sleeve there to prevent the Roche, but he wasn't.
Holy smokes. Yeah, man,
out.
Cuckoo, sorry to be you, buddy. That kind of sucks. Presents a constant split pushing threat here. I will say, this Akashi Weaver is actually playing this game very well, to the best of his ability. And now, they might kill off Allnet here. This is a big grab. This is only the first life, however. And he's staying alive with the Bloodstone heal and the Aghanim Scepter. He's not dead yet. Allnet gets saved by the disruption, and now Force comes in, finds the Pulverize onto Akashi. He time-lapses out to stay alive, but they still can't kill Allnet. Cuckoo finally shows up, but nothing they can do here. Immersion very happy to give up his life for this cause, as Supreme now shows up with the Rod of Atos, gets it out onto Cuckoo. He gets forced off away from the Quill Sprays, so Naga should be able to TP to safety. But Allnet turns out to be an absolute unit. He will not go down, Aegis or no. They do mount the TPs back, and it's almost like they're positioning for a jump with Cuckoo. He does have Song. They go directly onto this Death Prophet. Supreme, drinking buddies, and the heal from the Exorcism. Now BKB comes out, pulverized directly onto Makoto. Do they have the damage to kill him? Not just yet. He's zipping this way and that with the BKB, bringing Immersion low and killing him off. Now Akashi deep into the fight with the Swarm Bugs going everywhere and the right-click damage. They get the Primal and the Death Prophet, ending 2 sprees there. They don't manage to make me nostalgic right now.
It's the first episode ever.
Yeah, but most people just remember some of the later ones, you know? They're not there at the beginning. They're not the real OGs. Mid lane, they're going onto the Centaur. All right. So a little bit of revenge being found by Mouz.
Scepters already.
Yeah. Nauman at least already bought one of the Ghost Scepters earlier on. Has that available. And now they come onto the higher ground. Allnet see some of these heroes. So just eat a double edge. I think FPZ might have to be the sacrifice here, or maybe not. They're not abandoning him completely. Makoto zips onto the far side, looking towards Immersion. They want to pick off some of these supports. Makoto forced to pop the BKB as the snowball away from Immersion is there. He stays alive for now, drinking buddies towards Supreme, but it's not enough. Akashi has the right-click damage. And now Cuckoo with the song, trying to get away from Supreme, but he is going to be very, very dead. Akashi was hoping to kill off Supreme, but now look at the damage. That bug did so much work. Makoto zips onto the far side, finds Supreme and kills him. Will not be assisted by the heal of the Exorcism, but Makoto now out of mana. The Terrorize from Yokam sends away Allnet, gives space for Makoto to escape, and now Bedlam going out onto Narman. FBZ there with the follow-up. They kill off Narman. And these heroes from Talon, they want to chase for more. Allnet, very, very tanky, very, very strong, but like you said, Immersion is back, so is Force. They've already killed off Yokom. Nice little Lotus Orb, and the Pulverize onto Akashi. That's his first death of the game. Mega kill streak ended. FBZ forced to retreat. And Mouz, it was a shaky engagement overall, but more control going for the team. But right now the focus should be on the Roshan. Radiant side will scan there. They're not in the pit just yet, but as they start moving towards it, the scan triggers. They know what's happening. And they know they do not want to give up an Aegis that has a Roshan's banner next to a Death Prophet. That seems like a recipe for disaster. And speaking of Death Prophet, she's behind the team. She shows first they can kill her before she can join the squad. She's down. No buyback available for Supreme. And now Akashi gonna be free to run through the backlines. He's chasing down Immersion. Immersion trying to TP out. Absolutely not possible. That's a dieback on the task. Norman trying to TP out as well. Will be denied himself. 3 heroes dead. They're holding Allnet in position. He pops BKB, tries to TP out. And they don't have a Pulverize of their own, so they can't stop him. But now the Roshan is free for them to claim. Solve that later. The rest of the team is not really a concern at the moment. 12k net worth lead for them. Oh, this is a wonderful game to be looking at this Weaver. I'm inspired right now. Not inspired to be watching Cuckoo though. That kind of sucks.
Every single time that happens. There is a refresher on the Primal Beast, so this was the timing for Mouz to have stronger team fights, and they will be getting 2 supports.
Will they? Stampede will be out, and Immersion ensures that they get this kill. This is actually much better than just 2 supports, right? 2 supports guaranteed Stampede. It can take forever to take away, so the more right clicks Makoto can dish out, the better. As the crew is smoked up, they were heading to the north side. They know something is happening. Narman, gets through the twin gate. Makoto's actually going, dude. Makoto, what a man. He gets the Hex out onto Force, and now FBZ shows up. Multiple heroes caught in the stun, but the snowball bails them out. Can they leave? Force onslaughting to the north. The supports cannot do the same thing. However, they do salvage a core hero in that situation. Man, Makoto, what a ballsy play. Just heading through the twin gate, setting his team up for the fight.
Yep, that was and the Tusk, and that in itself is the biggest of problems.
15 more seconds. Oh, Supreme. He showed. They know where he's at.
Give me TP out,
they know he's in the area. Might need to BKB TP out, but they got him. Hex is out. Supreme is dead. Does have buyback. Okay, little bit of salvation. He's still alive though. Akashi wants to chase him, but Makoto with the long range zip catches him. Then they finish off Narman. And unfortunately, the rest of the team is stalled up by the Song of the Siren. So Immersion, he dies next. They're ignoring Ulnit, going for the easier target in the form of Force.
And now
triple kill for Akashi. And now Ulnit is alone. How strong are you really, my friend? Akashi doing his best time-lapse backs. And Ulnit with the BKB, Aghanim Scepter, Bloodstone going, turns out pretty freaking strong. So you gotta let him go to the base.
Axe is not being played, but we are gonna be seeing a one-man army, aren't we here? Carnival announcers, right? Going around in their little van. Today it's gonna be great, and then everybody gets super bored, just goes to sleep.
They're like, we don't want to hear this anymore. You don't have a cool hat and Supreme. They save him for now. Immersion, though, he knows that this salvation might not last for long. Supreme is still alive. The other supports might not be that lucky because Makoto dumps onto Force. And they kill off Force immediately. Akashi almost died, heads up to Ulnit. So this Bristleback still representing a significant threat in these fights. Still, only first one to die is Cuckoo. Snowball cancels out the TP. They will be able to find Yokam. He will die here. A double for Supreme. This time around, the Death Prophet was the that like just some sustain. Because the thing is, Ulnit wins fights by not dying, but Akashi kind of does the same, right? If you can't kill this Weaver early on in the engagement, he will eat the rest of your team alive. It's only really this Bristleback he can't pop.
That's it.
But
There's
they're gonna try for it. There's the break. There's the Hex. There's the kill. 100 seconds in the grave. Does have buyback. Narman, though, not gonna be so lucky as he dies right after they've also caught Immersion. So both supports don't have buy. The Bristleback is down for the count, and Roshan about to return into the mix. And look at them chilling. Talon Esports, they're like, yeah, exactly as expected. Not showing any emotion. They know that
he's most likely getting to his other vacation home.
who can get through this gate first, and they're gonna try and force
they want to try.
Okay, they do have ice shots, and they do have bristleback damage. Cuckoo, though, scouts this out. They know that it's happening. Makoto with the zip in. What a terrorize! Makoto's already killed off Supreme. Ulnit's falling very low. He dies next. Force tried his best to hold them in place with the pulverize, but it will not matter. He ends up dead. Roshan trying to make his way through the twin gate. Akashi just kills him, while the rest of his team finds Norman and brings him down. They're gonna sweep to the top side and then turn this into full megas. They probably could just fight heads up, but not gonna be necessary. Akashi is here now. Level 27 on the Weaver, has a Mind Breaker as well. Hex coming out onto Supreme. Immersion, try to save him. Unfortunately, they know that he won't, and unfortunately, Norman's disruption may have actually doomed Supreme. Immersion couldn't get off the snowball, so they both die without buyback. Ulnit rushing forward, getting out some damage, but Akashi does not care. Going to the backlines here, they bring back Force with the velocity, kill him off very quickly. Ulnit in the base, trying to heal himself up, but it doesn't really matter. Akashi, he respawns as the Aegis gets popped. Cuckoo bails him out with a song. They've already completed the megas, and with all of these heroes dead, presumably they're gonna just wipe down these tier 4 towers.
There's no that the gold lead wasn't in their favor, but they were the ones applying pressure. They were the ones going forward, and now they're just gonna be going down.
Yeah. Ulnit, as he dies for the last time, he will just call it GG, well played. So the question is, are you standing your ground or are you trying to play at them from range here? They have much more guaranteed options to make sure the cooldown lands.
I I think in terms of laning, he should be fine. Especially if you find the cobbled foreman, the extra movement speed should be great versus a gyro. The Jokam in a little bit of trouble. Doesn't seem like he might die because he's overstaying.
His first blood. He wanted to try and throw out the blood grenade onto immersion so that FBZ could get that first blood instead, but came a little bit too late.
First healing Lotus, of course, a clockwork. He's just an OP hero for that.
Look where they are with Ulnit. He gets dead shot back towards the tier 1 tower, so he took some damage there. They are getting some shadow poison stacks onto Yokam. Trying to steal this healing Lotus. He wants to stay alive. He pops the Lotus as well and still ends up dead. That was optimistic to say the least.
Yeah, I would have survived after you're waiting those 2 seconds to pick it up.
Mid lane, they're going on to Supreme before level 6 is available, but Supreme is very, very strong. Gets the Vortex out onto Makoto, and even with the damage of Yokam, they can't kill him.
Got him.
The uphill miss will be there, but the Shadow Poison will connect. It's Rune and Supreme will pick up a Shield Rune. All right, time to go, buddy. Shield Rune, we're going top right now. Enigma surviving so long. Force is going to end up dead, but he's marinated these heroes, so we might be able to open up the space for this Storm Spirit. It depends what Supreme wants to do. Map is kind of dark. They don't know exactly where to jump. Now they have an idea, Supreme, heading in towards them. They see Kuku's illusions, but they would ideally prefer a bigger target. They'll just have to settle for this Naga Siren right now.
The power of Talon is quite low, but they do have a Doom. So if you're not careful, you could very easily die. Speaking of not being careful, there's one guy in the mid lane.
He's so dead. Very, very dead. Supreme
into bringing these tier 1s down. A smoke from Talon, they want to fight.
Okay, they get onto Supreme, in fact. They find the first Doom of the game. There will be a defensive disruption, and Ulnit drops the call down onto absolutely everybody. Norman set them all up. Ulnit finishes them all off. And the first hero that they jumped on, the Storm Spirit, he just walks away like nothing happened. Ashi, just trying to get towards this Manta style. Be allowed to play regular Dota. He's currently 1800 gold behind the Gyro. Kuku, oh no, he's the one that's supposed to be linking with his team to create a fight. He does have song, but there is a battery assault. So you're not singing for anything, brother.
And turn into a kill.
Force is the one that's right in front of them. Don't have the adequate vision though, and they have vision bottom because FBZ is being aggressed upon. God. And he gets killed. He doesn't even throw out the Doom. If he got the Doom out onto Ulnit, maybe you re-engage so happily onto this, but now here comes Makoto looking for Ulnit. Unfortunately, there's a tier 1 tower, so support is very easy to come by. Mouz bring in Norman.
They're all coming
have to escape. Enigma, look at Enigma coming in, making the wrap. Norman now hooking forward, finding Yokam as the jump from Supreme emerged. Yokam will be dragged back by the Vortex, killed off by this barrage, and Ulnit is now unstoppable in the game. Like, Morphling finally TPs, or has TP to come home, but hasn't triggered it off just yet. FBZ gonna get dragged back in by Supreme. The hook shot from Norman will be there. FBZ will die for this one. A killing spree for the Storm Spirit. They finally come with the rest of the lineup. Norman held in position by the Rod of Atos of Yokam, but not enough damage just yet. Supreme.
There's the hook shot.
They find these heroes. Oh no, FBZ and Yokam inside here. There will be a call down. They found the Doom out onto Gyro, but unfortunately the black hole on Makoto means that there's no follow-up onto him. He just ends up dead. 2 heroes for absolutely nothing. Doom wasted.
They didn't necessarily know about the road, but that's why every single rocket flare after that fight should have gone to the pit. And as soon as you see it, you just run for it.
Makoto damage. Norman actually jumping on top of him. He does have BKB. Rolls away from the power cogs. Yokam drops a Rod of Atos onto Ulnit. FBZ's on top of him, but FBZ,
so
you don't have a Doom, my friend. They don't have enough damage. FBZ forced to retreat. Zip in from the storm, though. Supreme finds him, and they kill him. Akashi pops a BKB of his own, but they saw the Earth Spirit. They saw Makoto roll forward. Akashi got himself to safety, and he's right underneath the ward. He's a dead man walking. Force jumps him, gets off the black hole, and, you know, he got off the BKB, but it will not matter. Still more than enough damage. Earth Spirit is dead, and the Gyrocopter wants to build Butterfly. So we'll see if he decides that MKB is the immediate option or if he wants a Butterfly of his own. Roll. Makoto, he just showed in the wave, and they're actually just gonna zip in onto Kuku. They kill the Naga. Does have buyback available if needed. Now the zip, it's not over just yet. They want Yokam They're going for him. Pierce the Veil will be utilized to buy some space and time. Deadshot sends back Allnet. He's going to get the Doom out. They will get a save with Immersion.
Naga caught again.
At the same time, though, they find Naga. They kill Naga. It's a dieback for her. Still, Akashi's thinking about killing the Gyro back. Will be able to do so. Way too much right-click damage with the Adaptive Strike. Gyro is gone. Akashi is now the big bad of this fight. Makoto rolling forward, trying to find some vision. They get the silence out onto the Shadow Demon, and SD will die. Not over just yet, though, because FBZ, he gets killed by Supreme, but is this worth it, Supreme? He's out of mana at the moment. He zips into the little river. He doesn't have a way out. They silence him. They roll on top of him. They catch him. They kill him. It's a double for Makoto. Talon Esports, they strike back hard. Underneath the Observer Ward, Makoto standing a little bit towards the east here, looking for the roll in, but Mouz did end up breaking the smoke. Scan was used by Radiant side. They still jump him. They caught him. Yet again, he gets saved for a moment. Force uses Black only, catches Akashi. The Morphling is caught. The Morphling is killed. And now Allnet can turn himself around with all the right-click damage. They're looking towards FBZ. They will find him. It's a double for the Gyrocopter. Makoto with the Magnetize, at the very least, able to take down this Clockwork Goblin. Well, question is, can he get out? It's looking like the answer is no. But he's still going, though, with the Magnetize, almost able to bring down Allnet, but Gyro still on the high ground. Still wants to go for this. Has an Aegis for 2 minutes, 20 seconds. Love to find these range racks. Hook shot onto an illusion. And they pop the glyph now as well. These illusions dealing quite a bit of damage. They end up killing Norman. Allnet standing his ground, throwing out damage with the Flak Cannon, but now he's in trouble. He's gonna get kicked back by Makoto. They put a disruption on top of him, but the dead shot sends him into the base. That is life number 1. They have a Doom for life 2. They need to worry about the positioning of Force. They get the Doom out onto Allnet. Yokam yet again pierce the veil damage onto this Gyrocopter. They kill him. Makoto went to interrupt the fight on the backline, make sure that Force could not get in. He barely dodges the dead shot.
The entirety of this game, they were leading. For the majority of the previous game, they were holding the tempo, and Mouz are now very close to losing this game as well. Cuckoo, that's too deep.
It is too deep, but he's forced them to already utilize the power cogs. Maybe they can take advantage of this. Norman is underneath the Magnetize right now. Makoto wants to chase him. He's gonna get the Magnetize further. The disruption went out onto Allnet, but the Doom will still emerge. Where is Akashi? Akashi, he gets caught inside the black hole. Force found him. Force got the trap. They don't get the full kill immediately, but Supreme makes sure. 3 heroes have gone down. Makoto trying to roll himself away. His Magnetize will kill off Force at the very least. The question is, can he escape? Supreme out of mana. They can't keep this chase going.
Got a stone now.
Doesn't have a stone out, though. He's gonna find himself getting caught by Supreme just as the rolling boulder came back off cooldown. He ends up dead. It's a triple for Supreme.
To make Talon make these hard decisions, because the bottom lane push from the super creeps, it is coming.
FBZ trying to find the backlines. He gets the first Doom out onto Immersion, so no salvation for Allnet if it does come out. Backs off immediately, though. In the meantime, Akashi is going on to Norman, able to kill the Clockwork, who does have buyback. He returns immediately. Akashi now fighting next to Allnet. There's a Magnetize on the Gyrocopter, but you definitely don't want to fight him. Supreme also able to go to the top side of the fight, kill off Yokam, but now he gets stunned by Makoto, and the Adaptive Strike of Akashi kills him. He buys back as well. FBZ hoping to kill Immersion. They can't do it just yet. He is still alive. Immersion, though, about to die. No, he's still alive. Cuckoo got in the song. What can they set up for here? Makoto, lots of stones down. There is this Magnetize flowing everywhere. Akashi, Adaptive Strike, kills off the Shadow Demon. But Yokam also loses his life. Supreme, not done just yet. Going for the far side. He sees Akashi, but Akashi wants to focus onto Allnet. There's no access to a BKB for this Gyro for now. He wants to still press forward. They see FBZ, who brought back for this fight. He's trying to go back in. FBZ still alive, but they turn their attention towards Akashi instead. He dodges the last right click with the Manta style, but he still ends up dead. Does have buyback. I don't know if he wants to use it. As they go on Cuckoo. Cuckoo dead. Allnet double kill for the Gyrocopter. This buyback from the Storm Spirit ends up being perfect for the side of Mouz.
Very smart. Reset, get rid of the enemy vision. Those two wards still standing there is something that on the retreat could be a problem for Mouz. But alas, they're not going to be retreating. They're going to be moving forward.
Makoto just get a little bit tankier. Oh no, Cuckoo jumped again. Cuckoo gonna be killed. Does have buyback, but now the 2-hero vortex. Yokam doesn't have buyback. Makoto needs to try and fight this. He needs to get out of here. Pops BKB and runs as Cuckoo threw down the song. Now, though, they don't have
He's broken.
BKB for Makoto. The FBZ gets the Doom out onto Allnet, but where is
Force
Akashi
waiting
with this
with the hole.
damage? They just don't have it. Force just waiting by with the hole. Supreme able to just straight up kill FBZ inside the power cogs. No buyback available for the Doom. And that is a third lane of racks that is down. They have the Megas. They are coming to just straight up end this game. And Allnet, the Doom is off on him. Nothing to fear anymore. Akashi, it's all on you, buddy. What can you do? He's trying his utmost. He's getting to the background, but he gets hacked. He gets killed. He has no options. He buys back, sure, but he'll find himself all alone because Makoto and Kuku have been eliminated. Talon Esports have been eliminated.